Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, wherever in the world you are. You're all doing well today. So, today is going to be a little bit different. Yes, we are probably the majority of the focus this week is going to be on industry and manufacturing. And, maybe I'll throw a few things in here of shooting things up because, who knows? Maybe we'll need to get some aggressions out or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I've got a lot of industry jobs running, and a lot. I've only got one to deliver. Everything else is more than 2 days away before it's ready, and some of them are as far as 84 days away. So I've been training all my characters in the art of manufacturing and such. So all but one of them, which I plan on getting rid of that character. So he's going to be replaced. Yeah. So I got one thing to deliver. And let me see if I can find it here. We can take it with us. Two of them were 394 million for 2 rigs. Amazing. All right. So let's see here. I need money. I need money for more materials. And I wonder if they do a Wilhelm scream when you recycle a character. There's no scream. I've recycled a character before, and I have, to date, never seen a scream. So, interesting thought, though. All right, we are taking the freighter down. And it's not because I have a freighter size load here, but because I've got, hopefully, I'll be bringing a lot of stuff back. There used to be? Oh. Well, last time I removed a character, there was no scream. That's funny. Huh. But it's been, I don't know, last time I removed a character 6 months to a year ago. Yeah. So, anyway, I need some more money. And that may sound funny for someone who's got a lot of wealth, but I've run out of money to buy materials. And so I got like 2.7 billion liquid, which is not very much. I've been doing a lot of buying and selling. I'm at like 94 billion for the last 30 days, and I got a lot of stuff on the market, both buy orders and sell orders, but I need more. So I decided that I was going to clean up something of a bygone era. Remember when we used to do the Orca mining fleets? And Squiz, is that something I can play on the channel? Oh. Okay, well, when I delete the character, the screen when you recycle characters. Okay, well, I will delete this character live on the show when I delete it. I'm not ready to delete it yet. But I will be sometime. Mm-hmm. Oh. What does the stream title mean? Ah, yes, I was getting to that. So, a bygone era of when we used to do Orca mining fleets. I had as many as 11 characters in Orcas simultaneously mining when we used to do that. And then CCP made changes and it just wasn't as advantageous to do the Orca mining anymore. And so anyway, I still have all of those Orcas. And so I transferred them all to this character and all of them are going to go on the market. But I got to go get them. And it's not like I can take a bowhead to go pick them up either. They all have to be flown in. So I'm going to have to do that. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing today. We are picking up Orcas, taking them to market, like cattle to slaughter. They will be disassembled at Jita or Amar, or whatever the closest trade hub is. Yeah. You do it with courier contracts and make others do it for you? Oh, well, the problem is that you cannot courier them unless they've been repackaged. And then they have to do it in a freighter. And they have to put in cargo extenders. So it's not, and then you got to pay them well, because if they're going to have to expand out, it's only fair to pay them well. I saw some Yahoo posting cargo or courier missions or courier stuff that I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like one of them that was 20 billion in value, going from Heck to Jita. 20 billion, Heck to Jita, which I think is, 13, 14 jumps? It's not too far. But they were only paying 100 billion. And I thought, there's no way. There's no way. And then they had some other stuff where they were going Amar to Jita, which is 53 jumps, I think it is. And they're at like 2 billion, and they're paying like 19 billion, I think, or 19 million, I think it was, for the trip. And I'm thinking to myself, what planet are these guys on? But who knows? Maybe some people are willing to take that. So, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be picking up those Orcas and repackaging them, putting them on the market. So once I get to Jita, I will find me a fast ship, maybe even a shuttle. I don't know. I'll see what I want to take. I don't want to take something that's going to get shot at, but it would be nice to have something that flies kind of fast. In fact, we'll figure out something that flies fast that is not a Leopard. Although I would love to take a Leopard with me, the problem is even undocking in Jita with a Leopard is dangerous. So, I've got a Leopard, and I don't use it to go to any of the trade hubs. And leopards are worth over 400 million these days. I remember I sold like 50 of them at 100 million. And now I see that they're over 400 million. I wish that I would have waited. But you don't know these things, you know? So, yeah, right now they're very inflated. If there's another event that comes out where leopard blueprints are dropping, and I think that's the thing is that there's no leopard blueprints hitting the market. So the Leopard Eradication Society probably doesn't have too much to shoot at these days. Yes, they are a real thing in game. Yeah, I'll fly an interceptor. I've got tons of ships, so we'll see what'll get me around fast. And then the Orcas will all have maintenance bays, which I can just put the ship in. So, I live in Florida, and tonight's supposed to be 25 degrees. Very, very rare here. And I have to, we have to bring some of our potted plants inside. It's just gonna get colder all day. Oh, and rain? What? All right. Did I ever live in Oregon? Yes, I grew up in Oregon. Lived there for 40 years.
Boarding the train. All aboard. Choo choo.
Ah, Charlie. That 38 months as a sub. So where'd my sub sheet go? Used to live in Lincoln City. I lived in Portland. Been to Lincoln City many times. Flown many kites at Lincoln City Beach. Pretty world famous for the kites out there. So, what was that? 38 months. How about 1,140 gold to everybody here in Charlie's honor. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. -7 in Wisconsin. Yeah, well, I live in Florida, so I don't have to deal with that shit. It's one of the benefits. Very, very weird weather we're having. So, what do we think this is? Mike Cyclones. Think that they're a mining fleet? Or do you think that they're gankers? Well, there's a ice belt in here. I bet you they're ice mining.
Warp drive active.
Cold weather, less hurricanes? True. We had the first hurricane come through here in 119 years or something like that. Which is one of the reasons we moved to Lake City, because we did Hurricane Irma, and it was Category 2 when it went over us. Our house sustained quite a bit of damage. You know, that was one of the things that was attractive to us about living here where we do, because we're very inland in Florida, and we're probably one of the most northern cities. And Then last year, hurricane come through, which one hadn't come up through here in like 119 years or something like that. So, yeah. In fact, I've got a tree out front that I have to cut down that started to lean with the hurricane. And then the last storm we had come through, it started leaning even more. And now I'm afraid it's going to fall into the street. And my water pipe comes up out of the ground and goes to this control unit and then back down in the ground. Wonder if I'm going to need to wrap my water pipes. Probably not. Hype train? What? Oh my goodness. Legacy, 42 months as a sub. Uh-oh. All right, so 42 months, 1,260 gold. Everybody here in Legacy's honor. Thank you, buddy. So, transgenic hybrid, hello. Thank you for the follow. We do have a hype train going. If we hit the hype train, whatever level, then we have a giveaway that'll be triggered. So, if you've got a bark waiting to go out about resubbing, now's the time to do it. Got all kinds of stuff here, depending on what level we hit. If we hit level 1, we'll do the level 1 drawing, which is 250,000 skill points.
Warp drive active.
Right.
And then I realized they are stronger than me because they could stand up these benign monsters, these were men, trained cadres. These men fought with their hearts, who have families and have children, who are full of blood. They have the strength.
Jackwagon made it happen.
JTK Wagon cheered.
We are now officially in a hype train, level 1. All right, so level 1 is this right here. We're gonna do this drawing after the hype train's over. Unless we hit level 2, which is this Nurgle skin. It is the Nurgle Blackfire Steel skin. That's level 2, and let's see, we're 22% to level 2. All right, Jackwagon, thank you so much for those 1,000 bits. How about 10,000 gold to everybody here in your honor?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Another dragon
should be a
boarding the
good
train. All aboard.
good dungeon raid here. Yeah, and then Vector Gammer, 81 months as a sub. That's going to be a ton more gold too. 81. Wow. How about 4,860 gold? Everybody here in Vector Gammer's honor. Hey, buddy. Jackwagon and Vector Gammer.
Warp drive active.
Beast is slow. What do I use for music? Monster Cat. All my music is Monster Cat, Squiz. And you can pay for license with them. It's not very expensive. And then they whitelist your channel. They have quite a bit of music to choose from. Or you can just go musicless, which I've done before.
Warp drive active.
Swap Pup. You getting muted with Monster Cat stuff? Because seriously, you just put in your account the channels to be whitelisted, and you get like one Twitch channel, one YouTube channel. But I do still get claims all the time on my YouTube stuff. They have a pretty easy tool for removing the claims, but it's still a pain in the ass. I've got, how many claims have I got sitting waiting for me right now? It's like an enormous number. 256 claims for, where they've claimed monetization on my videos. I have probably 1,000 videos that have been claimed, and that I haven't fought, or I just haven't fought them yet. It's just such a pain in the ass, especially when oh the hype train ended. Almost forgot about it. So we got a level 1 hype train. Okay. Anyway, it's a pain in the ass. But you all know that. All right. Hype train level 1 completed. We are going to do a draw here in just a few minutes for this right here. Exclamation point giveaway. Go to the live shows. This is the one you want to be in on. This is the hype train level 1. It's the 250k skill pack. And so give it a few minutes and we will draw on that. Oh, all right. Good, good, good. Nice to be able to do a giveaway. That is the beginner boost bundle. All right, which we don't have for sale anymore. And the packs, the starter packs that we have, they'll go back, be available again tomorrow in our store. They're on sale in CCP's store and have been for this week. And we decided to make them not available since ours were on sale a couple weeks ago. We didn't want anybody buying them at full price, so we took them offline for a little bit. Yeah. I didn't want anybody to make the mistake. I'd appreciate the purchase, but I didn't want anybody to make the mistake. So this one's been up for about 10 days since the last time we drew this one.
Warp drive active.
So just a couple more minutes and then we are drawing on this. Drawing can still happen today. We had another hype train today. We'll end up drawing again. And if we only hit a hype train level 1, then it'll automatically equal a hype train level 2 giveaway, because 1 won't go up again until tomorrow. Several people last minute getting in on the giveaways. Hey, I'll give it 1 more minute. Actually, what we'll do is we'll draw when I dock at Jita. So that's about 4 more minutes, 5 minutes. Give everybody, don't stress. You got plenty of time to get in on it. And then we'll draw. Raid crews suffered major losses and encountered the mother of all dragons. Remaining crew barely made it, scoring 836,000 gold from the dungeon. All others were grilled to a crisp. By the way, we've got AI partially controlling the dungeon raids now. I gotta thank Sean Butts. You see him here in chat every once in a while. He is the brilliant programmer who has made that happen. So, yeah. He's been very generous with his time. Quiz, all of your clothes are dry now? Yeah. According to Welcome Dragon, Jackwagon ganked him. I don't know if you guys saw that earlier. You have to scroll up in chat. At least that's what he was saying. Bad loot. Wow. Yeah, get a couple dragon scales, that's about it. Get a little bit of salvage. This thing flies slower than I was thinking. We will take something faster when we go pick up these orcas. I'll have to see how many of them I'm picking up. I'm not sure. And I will show you guys my I will show you my way that I price things on the market. For any of you that have ever thought about selling stuff on the market that don't need instant cash, I very much want to use the instant cash method because I need more money right now. But with selling, I think it's going to be 8 Orcas today. If you take less profit in order to sell quicker, and in reality, I could squeeze another billion out if I don't do that. And so I have not hit, I've had a goal on this character to hit $1 trillion in net worth on him. The problem is I'm probably never going to hit that. And that's because I keep dumping so much into my manufacturing. And so I have put billions and billions into manufacturing recently. And I do all the manufacturing through my corp, so that all of my characters can participate in the manufacturing and research and stuff. But what keeps his value down lower. I do, though, if I include my corp value with his, then I am near $1 trillion. According to J.E. Assets, when I put all my characters in, I'm over $2 trillion in value. I think that it's estimating a little high, though. And then I have something happening where I'm going to be buying a Titan. I'm just waiting for the right market conditions to pull the trigger.
Another dragon boarding the train.
And
All aboard.
I'll be buying a trigger. I'll be buying a Titan. Buying a trigger. Be buying a Titan.
Warp drive active.
Gator Freak, 15 months as a sub. 50 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. When I get that Titan, I'll literally be transferring 100 billion in wealth from this guy to the character that'll fly the Titan. So it won't be gonna be even harder to hit that number. And J.E. Assets, while it's good, it does come up with some numbers that I haven't been able to quantify. And I may install it on this machine here and go over it. I have it on my laptop with all my characters. Latest version seems to do okay with my 736,000 items that I own. That's how much it says I have. I don't know. It's probably counting stacks. I don't know. Or maybe it was 736 million items. Because when you're manufacturing, you know, like Trit, like I have probably 40 million sitting in my manufacturing stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. But there's actually a lot of tools for commerce and stuff. And I'm starting to use some of them. And as we do more commerce stuff on the show, manufacturing, industry, all that stuff, I'll share them with you. J.E. Assets is highly recommended. It's how I found all my Orcas, because I didn't know where all of them were.
Rock.
So, Calari Prime Pony Club, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't know where these Orcas were, and so I was able to find them
Drive active.
with the help of J.E. Assets. So, all right, when we dock, we're doing the draw. The problem is I have so many accounts. Actually, I didn't add all of my accounts. I have all my wormhole accounts too. I didn't add those. There's probably not much reason to. They have very limited training, very limited assets. They're just made to sit in certain wormholes. How many accounts do I have? I have probably 25-ish. I have 3 that are Omega. I have 10 or so that I would consider primary that have really good characters on them, and I could just make them Omega again and start using those characters again. But I've been playing long enough now. What I did was at first, so 10 years ago, when I started playing Eve like really seriously, instead of training multiple characters on single accounts, I had you know, single accounts with one character training primarily, and specializing in each thing. And so I had industry, I had mining, I had PvE, I had one account for each of the faction warfare sides, and like each one of them, like the Caldari guy, specialized in Caldari ships. So you know, I just kept them all very specialized. But now that I'm 10 years in, I've had enough time to where they all hit their specializations to the fullest amount and everything, and I started adding other things on, which then meant that not every one of them was needed. So I have like 4 faction warfare characters that are over 100 million skill points
Requested. Docking request accepted.
that are not being used. So what's my highest skill point character? I have one that is 255 or 259 million, something like that. All right, I made it here. Okay, we're gonna do this draw. So for this, this is for the hype train level 1, and this is for the beginner boost bundle, 250,000 skill points. Let's see here. I'll read off your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whichever name you put in there. If you didn't put that in, I'll read off your real first name and just last initial so that you remain anonymous, but you still know who you are if you hear it. And the winner is going to get a reply to the email you got confirming your entry. It will have the winning code in it. It'll have a link to where to redeem it, instructions and everything. And of course, if you guys need any of the skill packs or Omega Time or Plex or anything, you can get it from us. Exclamation point coupon in chat. And with that said, the exchange rate on the euro to dollar is really good right now. You can save a couple more percent. If you're in Europe, you get lucky right now. You can make your money go a little bit further. And all right, so congratulations to Piggy. That's the name they put, Piggy. You are the winner. Piggy, do you happen to be here? Let's see, when did this entry come in? This one was up for about 10 days. This came in on the 9th. So, all right. Piggy's probably not here, but there we go. Piggy, if you're here, check your email. Okie dokie. So, very good. Let me, I gotta turn that one off. Now, make sure people aren't entering in on it. Then we are going to put a few things on the market, and then we are going to get a fast ship, and we're going to go get these orcas and bring them to market. So I should be able to pull out 15, 16 billion, I think, out of these orcas. And so plan on doing that. Right, just getting this one item turned off since we've drawn it. Right, there we go. Okay, and then I have this stuff, which some of it we're going to put on market. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to put this out there. That, and that, and that, and that. Not that, I don't think. That. That. Or that. I will do a check though. All right, so those to market, and then see if any of them rise to the top here since I put those drones in. And 84 million doesn't meet my threshold. My threshold is about 100 million is where I will start putting stuff on market. So, okay. Now, I'll HSBB, I don't know what that is. So, this right here is how I evaluate what my prices are going to be. Oh, high-sec buyback? No, I don't at all. I would rather take everything to market myself. All the other streamers use it? Yeah, well, you know, in all honesty, I mean, I should be buying it. I should do shit like that. Did you have a few billion started playing a few weeks ago? Yeah, the answer is no. But welcome to the game. And do get in on the giveaways that we have in our store. If you win one of those, some of them have Plex in them and other things. And anyway, no, welcome though. And join a good corp and they'll help you out with making good money. Yeah, so, okay. So looking at this chart here, and let's see here. We can see here that right now, 23.89 million. I do a triple high over the last month, or over the last year, is a triple point high over the last year is where I set my price. So if this wasn't already really high right here, then I'd be looking not at the outliers. These are outliers. I'd be looking at this stuff and be looking at like, okay, so, you know, we hit here, then we hit here, here, or whatnot. So maybe right about here would be where, you know, so 20.88 million, except that we're higher than that right now. So I can put it up for more right now. And I'll be the lowest price, but I'll still be above the triple point. But it's just because the market's high right now. So right now is the right time to sell this. And which is why I manufactured these. So it says that I'm 11.5% above market. Usually when you do a triple point high, you're about 10% above market, but the market's really high right now. So now I put these up for sale, and 680 million worth. They cost me, I think, around 400 million. No, these are augmented. They cost me probably around 300 million to build. So I'd been holding on to these blueprints for building these for quite a while. So if you do incursions, you could be making billions. Yes, at the same time, though, incursions are a little bit higher end, and they take billions to get into. You don't use cheap ships, and you have a highly acute awareness of your surroundings. Yeah, feel free to ask industry questions. All right, so I'm the lowest up here, and it's going to be at a good rate. Likelihood is that they will sell today unless the market starts to drop today. But the market is on an upward trend. I don't think it's going to drop today, but it's possible it could. You want to build a Caracal, you have a BPC, and the material cost is the same as the ship on the market, more or less. Why isn't it worth it? Well, okay, so there's a couple things. One, your skill level. There are skills to bring the cost down as much as 10%. Two, where you manufacture it at can bring the cost down another 10%. And so if you are manufacturing in high sec, you don't get a very good rate. You have to go out to like null sec or whatnot and do it in player-owned stations that are specially equipped for building ships. And so that's why. And so you have to be very choosy what you build in high sec. I build all my stuff in high sec right now, and I'm very choosy about it. But like the blueprints for these drones here, you can't just buy them, train them up. They're drops as loot, and so they're hard to come across. And if you have to pay for them, well, then you kind of eat up your profit margin. So anyway, but there are things such as like drones. You can put rigs in a build facility that specializes in drones. I think drones go along with ammo, and then it will give you discounts in the amount of time it takes and in the material costs by using that. But then in a player-owned station, it can be blown up, so it has more risk, and you have to keep an eye on the station to make sure everything's going okay, because if you start getting attacked and everything, and if everything goes offline, then your blueprint is tied up in there, and you very likely to lose it when the station blows up. So, and you have a cost to that and everything. Anyway, it's quite complicated, but you can manufacture in high sec. You just have to be very, very choosy about what you are manufacturing. All of this stuff that I just brought in, I manufactured here in high sec. So here's mid-grade ascendancy. This was from a drop as well. And so we're going to do the triple thing here, which this is the third highest here. And so that says 210 million. And what are we at? We're at 179. So we're going to do about a 209 million. I could sell for 179 right now. Cost me I know how much this one cost me to build. Cost me 173 to build, which means that if I were to put this on the market right now at 179, I'd lose 3 million because of my manufacturing costs and then the taxes and everything. So I've got a really good broker fee here. I'm at 1.07, which is enormously low, but not going to work. So 209 million. It says it's 18%. It's probably more of a swing here, but I'm putting it up at this. It may sit here for 3 months or even 6 months, which I may have to come back and re-up it again so that it doesn't fall off the market. But that is okay, because I can be patient. And it will sell. It will sell. So put that up for sale. Then see here, 194 million. I don't remember what these cost me to build. Rigs, typically you can make good money on them, but not all the time. Now this one's been pretty steady. So let's say that right here is the triple point, and we haven't hit that for a while. This was in August. It's going to be above the market. 230 million. Oh, it's going to be top of the market. Let's see what it says the percentage is. It might be too high. %. I think that's too high. We're going to bring that down to 15%. Here's where I'll let it sit. So 218 million. All right, that's going to take a while to sell. There's a lot of them that are cheaper here, and somebody put 15 of them up here at pretty cheap. All right, drones, integrated infiltrators. Now this is weird looking. These have been very steady, and then a little bit of volatility here. And like a triple mark, gosh, is really going to be like in this range here at 1.12 million. What is it up here? 0.991. Yeah, I don't know. Here we got somebody that's got 476 of them for sale. You know what happened with these is that there was an event not too long ago where we got a lot of these, and usually they drop and they have a 5 run, maybe a 10 run, and these the last thing we did, some of them were 50 and 60 runs. And so that kind of, you know, that's a lot on the market. What's the benefit of T2 or the integrated? They seem inferior. Well, let's look it up. That's a really good question. So let's see, is their mass any different? It is. Interesting. Integrated is 6,000K, so is augmented. Now the augmenteds are really expensive. I made a shit ton of these and I sold them all. Then, let's see, armor hit points. The integrated 418. Yeah, a little bit less than T2, and their shield capacity is not very high. Their turret tracking is not very high. Yeah, this is very interesting, isn't it? What is their deal? They are same speed as Tech 2. Damage modifier. Lower damage. Interesting. So yeah, why would people use these? Intruder alert? I know, the cat. Showing his butthole on the camera. So, I don't know what the use case is on these. But consider tech level 1. Let's see. Let's see if they give more damage of one type, which I doubt they do. Ah, interesting. So here's the difference between Tech 2 and the integrated, is that instead of 32 EM damage. It's 19 EM damage and 13 thermal. So it does both EM and thermal. So, but 19, 34. It's got 34 damage overall. 34 HP on the damage overall. So it's got a little bit more than the 32 here. All right, well, there it is. So, you know, it's got 5% more damage and it splits between EM and thermal. So if you were doing missions where it was EM and thermal you needed to use, is it 32? Oh yeah, it is 32. My bad math this morning, I guess. So if you need to split the damage instead of having it all EM, it's more well-rounded. But its damage modifier is lower. So probably its overall is just a little bit less. It's slower. Its turret tracking is not as good. Gee whiz. These are shit, aren't they? Shield capacity is lower. And its armor hit points are lower. They're absolute shit, aren't they? I don't know, man. They're not that exciting now, are they? All right. Is it kind of like the dunk drones? That the only reason you would use them is if you were low skill? The dunk salvage drones, the only reason to use them is if you're low skill. And so, yeah, I guess split damage is really worth it to some people. Yeah. So, okay, so what did we come up with here? We came up with about 1.1 million. Man. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these up at 1,149,000. That's 20% above. 213 million in total. It's going to take up one of my spots for a while. %. We're going to take this down to 10%. I want them to move. I'm not so excited about these. If it was augmented, I'd be a lot more excited, but I'm just not excited. So 1.05. Oh wait, that's below. That's below market right now. Okay, so we're going to set them bottom of the market. 1073000. That's 12.9%. All right, there we go. They'll sell pretty soon. Yeah. All right, reactive armor hardener. This is also, I don't know if you can you get this anywhere? Can you actually buy the blueprint? I guess you can. All right. Had a bunch of blueprints on this. Oh, how interesting. Look at how the market is so low right now compared to where it has been in the past year. I was thinking it was a drop, but yeah, you can't buy it on the market. These are all copies. Yeah, I think this is a drop. Yeah, so I built a bunch of these. Yeah, it says that this shows a BPO right here, but there is no BPO for it. All right, so there is quite a drop in the market right now on this. Like a bad drop in the market. So what event were we doing? Winter Nexus. So were they dropping in Winter Nexus? So if there's a lot of drops of them in Winter Nexus, then this is why the drop right here. And so given this pattern right here, see, I'd be pricing it all the way up here at like 1.32 million, and they're at 909 right now. This actually could be a buy price. I wish I had data longer than a year. Like, you know, did they drop the last Winter Nexus? Because what it means is that in 6 months, it'll be at 1.3 million again. And you can make, you know, 30%, 40% on your money. If you bought all these up and then hold on to them for a while. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just hold on to them. They're low, so I'll reevaluate this again later. But the price on them right now doesn't look right to me. So I can be patient and wait, and I believe it's going to go up again. Put it in here. And then there we are. This is 108 million. 100 million's my point where I sell. Oh, time to sell this. Right? Check this one out. 8. Quite a spike right there. We'll hold on to it. All right. So now, I need to find a ship for going out and picking up these orcas. On YouTube, wait for the next episode.